Gardinero.
Hi, this is El Gardinero, and this is the continuation of our discussion in soil science. We are now in chapter 2, which is titled Soil Formation and Development. On my slide is the chapter outline, which is divided into 4 parts. The first part is soil forming rocks and minerals, and in here we will define rocks and minerals, including some of the classification. The second part is weathering, and in here we will be talking about the 2 forces of weathering, the physical and the chemical. And the third part is soil formation. In this part, we will be talking about the soil forming factors, and then the last part is the soil profile. Rocks, what are they? Rocks are simply defined as the association of one or more minerals. Minerals, on the other hand, are those naturally occurring inorganic substance with more or less definite chemical composition and specific physical properties. The first picture shows you a rock, and then the next picture shows you fragments. And in soil science, we assume that soil came from weathering of rocks and minerals. How did it happen? From rocks to fragments, in between pictures, is what you call the weathering, which will be discussed further. Okay, now we will classify some of the soil forming rocks. So basically we have 3 soil forming rocks. First one is the igneous rock, and a picture of quartz diorite appears in my slide. This is an example of an igneous rock. The second one is sedimentary rock, and this is the example. And then the third one is the metamorphic rock, and it appears to be like this. Okay, we'll talk further about the igneous rock. So examples are the following. The first one is granite. It is composed of quartz and some potassium feldspars and biotite. Another example is the diorite. Examples like plagioclase, amphiboles, and quartz. We have the rhyolite, and the composition is feldspars, quartz, and biotite. We have gabbro, and then we also have andesites, we have basalt, and we have obsidian, and then of course volcanic tuff. These are examples of what you call the igneous rock. Now, igneous rocks are classified based on the mode of occurrence. Okay, where do we find these rocks? That is what you call the mode of occurrence. Now we have 2 classifications. The first one is the extrusive igneous rock, and then the second one is the intrusive igneous rocks. How do they differ? I'm showing you a picture of the formation of extrusive igneous rock and the intrusive igneous rocks. For extrusive igneous rocks, the molten magma or lava went out of the surface of the soil. It was extruded and it crystallized outside the Earth's crust. And for the intrusive igneous rocks, the molten magma or lava solidified beneath the Earth's crust. Thus, the rocks are found inside the Earth's crust. What are the examples of an extrusive igneous rock? So basically, these are volcanic rocks. They are extruded, fine crystalline or glassy rocks. Other rocks are what you call the pyroclastic rocks, or the materials of volcanic activity such as lava and ash that have solidified outside the Earth's crust or outside of the surface of the soil. Example is the basalt, andesite, and rhyolite. And this is the example of the picture of an extrusive igneous rock. The next classification I'm talking about a while back is the intrusive igneous rocks. The examples are plutonic rocks, which is deep-seated, coarse, and crystalline rocks, or hypobasal rocks, which are intruded rocks occurring at shallow depth and still beneath the surface of the soil. The examples are granite, gabbro, and diorite. So granite appears to be like this photo I'm showing you. Gabbro is also like this. And further classification of igneous rocks is based on the amount of silica that is present in the rock. So we have what you call the acid igneous rocks, that is containing more than 66% of silica. The example are granite, which includes granodiorite and cyanides. It appears to be this picture. The second classification based on silica content is the intermediate igneous rocks. This contains about 52 to 66% silica. And the example is andesite. And then the third classification is the basic or mafic igneous rock. It contains about 44 to 52% silica. And the examples are olivine, basalt, and gabbro. And lastly are the ultra-basic or ultra-mafic igneous rocks. It contains less than 44% of silica, like serpentine and peridotes. On my next video will be the next type of soil-forming rock, which is the sedimentary rock.
Il Gardinero.